This is RFK Jr., current head of the Department of Health and Human Services, and quite possibly the least qualified person to ever run this department. His views on vaccines and health in general threaten the safety of millions of Americans, especially now that he has been named the head of the HHS. He has repeatedly claimed that vaccines cause autism, even though there has never been an established link between the two. In fact, because there is no known link between vaccines and autism, he has proposed spending more research money attempting to find the link, even as money for cancer research has been drastically reduced. During the COVID pandemic, he made claims about the COVID vaccine that were dubious at best, including the claim that the CDC recommended COVID-19 vaccines for 6-year-olds without scientific basis, which was false. He called the COVID-19 vaccine the deadliest vaccine ever made, which contradicts extensive research showing its safety and life-saving impact. He has incorrectly stated that 12-step programs are the gold standard for treating opioid addiction. He claimed GLP-1 weight loss drugs were being used as the first frontline intervention to treat obesity in 6-year-old kids. They're not. Guidelines recommend intensive behavioral therapy for children that age. He has been at the front lines of the anti-measles vaccine movement, including his involvement in spreading this dangerous theology to the island of Samoa after 2 people died after getting a vaccine that was incorrectly mixed. The island suffered a terrible measles outbreak as a direct result of the spread of vaccine misinformation. After the most recent measles outbreak in Texas, he finally got around to encouraging people to get the vaccination, but only after numerous deaths had already been reported. Let's watch as he double downs on his assertion that Black people should be given a different vaccine schedule than whites.
You were on a show on February 26, 2021, an interview with Dr. Judy Mikovits, where you said the following, and I quote, "We should not be giving Black people the same vaccine schedule that's given to whites because their immune system is better than ours." Can you please explain what you meant?
There's a series of studies, I think most of them by Poland, that show that to particular antigens that Blacks have a much stronger reaction. There's differences in reaction to different products by different races.
So I have 17 seconds left. Let me just ask you then. So what different vaccine schedule would you say I should have received? What different vaccine schedule should I have received?
I mean, the Poland article suggests that Blacks need fewer antigens than...
This is so dangerous.
So you get the same measles vaccine.
Mr. Kennedy, with all due respect, that is so dangerous. Your voice would be a voice that parents would listen to. That is so dangerous.
There was a 2014 study by Dr. Poland and others at the Mayo Clinic that found that African Americans, including Somali Americans, produced more neutralizing antibodies after rubella vaccination compared with people of European or Hispanic descent. The study did not find or suggest that Black people need fewer vaccines or different ones than their white counterparts. This was a conclusion drawn by Mr. Kennedy of his own accord. When confronted, Kennedy has a bad habit of outright lying about the things he said.
Reports have claimed that I'm anti-vaccine or anti-industry. I am neither. There's no vaccine that is, safe and effective. Vaccines play a critical role in healthcare. All of my kids are vaccinated. What would I do if I could go back in time and I could avoid giving my children the vaccines that I gave them? I would do anything for that.
If your kids were young now, would you give them the measles, the mumps vaccine?
No, I support the measles vaccine. I support the polio vaccine. I will do nothing as HHS secretary that makes it difficult or discourages people from taking either of those vaccines. The polio vaccine contained a virus called simian virus 40, SV40. It's one of the most carcinogenic materials that is known to man. There are lots and lots of studies out there now that show that kids who get measles as a child are much healthier when they grow up.
Did you say that exposure to pesticides causes children to become transgender?
No, I never said that. If you in a lab put atrazine in a tank full of frogs, it will chemically castrate and forcibly feminize every frog in there. There's a lot of other evidence that it's doing it to human beings as well.
As recently as 3 years ago, Kennedy was pushing the dangerous and factually inaccurate theory that HIV and AIDS was proliferated by the gay community.
A lot of people that said it's not a virus. The virus is a passenger virus. And these people are dying mainly because of poppers. 100% of the people who died in the first of the first 1,000 who had AIDS were people who were addicted to poppers, which are known to cause Kaposi sarcoma in rats. And you know, they were people who were part of a gay lifestyle where they were burning the candle at both ends.
In his book, Cause Unknown, Kennedy claimed that people were killed after just one dose of a vaccine, even though it was found that many of the people he named as examples actually died of unrelated causes, including suicide, choking, and some that didn't even die within the 2021 to 2022 timeframe that the book explores. Let's watch as human thumb Joe Rogan helps Kennedy shill his product.
I bet that you've never met anybody with full-blown autism your age. You know, headbanging, football or a helmet on, non-toilet trained, non-verbal. I mean, I've never met anybody like that my age, but in my kids' age, now 1 in every 34 kids has autism, and half of those are full-blown, meaning that description.
Here, the mother and father of a child incorrectly named in Kennedy's book describes the damage his lies have caused them.
It's just another gut punch. You know, we've been punched in the gut as hard as you can be punched in the gut, and this is just another one right after, you know.
You try so hard each day to like heal, and then you just have to take on a whole nother nightmare, and part of you wants to just dismiss it and go, we've dealt with so much, we can't deal with anymore. But then you know you just have to do it for your son, and we can't as his parents look the other way.
This is America. Do not comply. Resist.